Carlisle United are definitely the underdogs of League One this year. A lot not expecting much, but they've built a decent squad and will give it a go. Today we're going to put the League 2 side into League 1 after their promotion and take control of Carlisle United. 1.8 million in the bank, not much to go into League 1 with, so surviving relegation would be on our minds. Paul Simpson, of course, still in charge. They really do need a lift me up to survive. 1 star. Got to turn this time into 5 stars. A vital and important task, as the team's ratings as well aren't good. Look, Christian Dennis is one of the highest rated, and he's left in real life as well. Same with Morgan Feeney. He's left the club. We don't have a strong right wing back. This rebuild's going to be difficult. We got no one in the academy, and in pre-season we still draw into League 2 teams, so it tells you that we've got to make some additions. And this has to be the quickest time we've ever got into a season, because we're struggling with our budget. Just 2 million or under 2 million is not enough to bring quality players to League 1. But hey, promoted Stevenage alongside us. If we're going to survive, we've got to get points against these, and we do 2-0. Moxton and Christian Dennis complete the job, as finally, here we have a player coming into the club. Now, this might be our only signing, because we've spent 1.3 million on him. He's taking a step down a division to come and play near Scotland, his home country. Tommy Conway is now a Carlisle player. He is one brilliant player to have in our ranks, even though 64 rated, only 19. Got him for cheap as well, as 255k means we are stuck with that squad plus Conway. Will that survive in this division? And that's not bad. That's not bad at all. 12th position on 35 points. Will still be close. 11 actually. 11 points off Lincoln City, who look like they're going down. If you can't tell, I am not a huge fan of Lincoln. Burton occupy bottom spot. Stevenage and Port Vale down there. But the Carlisle are coming out on clutch, or clutching. As the team, you can see Tommy Conway's had an impact. I tried to play Gibson at right wing back. It didn't really work. Huntington not doing too great. McCalmont signed permanent in real life, but he's only on loan. A lot of ratings going up, but we need to keep on running with it. And 255k. Oh, stinky budget still. And due to the position we were in with the money, we didn't spend anything. And you can see right here, we've got a thumbs down as we finished 17, so we did fall down. Still, that's not bad for season number 1. Lincoln City go down, who we were only 4 points clear of actually in the end. Port Vale bottom, Burton Stevenage. We could poach some players from them. A very steady first season as Manchester City win the FA Cup. We're nowhere near these trophies yet. Tottenham winning the Carabao. Papa John's belongs to Reading, the Royals. And we've got a 70 rated player already actually. It's Owen Moxton, who is a permanent one. Tommy Conway's getting there. How many goals did he score this season? Not as many as Christian Dennis, who is leaving at the age of 33. He's downgrading. So him, we've gone, or him gone, I can't speak, it is 7 o'clock in the morning. Patrick and Conway have got to carry this team next season. So after gaining our place in League 1 this year, we've got 4 million to spend, which is more. Then again, those contracts for those players, especially Owen Moxton, are gonna go up. I'm going to signal centre-back and goalkeeper as priorities to sign, and then I'm going to try and improve the academy. I really want a good prospect player, as they expect mid-table again. That is comfortably a good objective. So with the scouts and wages done, it's took $1 million out of his budget, and we've started off with a goalkeeper, a player with an in-game face, coming from League 2, because we've this cheaper option. Welcome from Bradford City, Harry Lewis for 800k. Yeah, let's get improving the defense, even though our best defender Morgan Feeney's just walked out for Antalyaspor. And this season it's another League 2 club promoted. We haven't got any defenders in, but we've got Wimbledon. I'll be watching Grimsby Town versus Wimbledon in 2 days time after you've seen this video, as it's a 2-2 draw. Not really cracking for the start of the season. And for the first time in forever, a loan deal for Tony Springett from Norwich City. Bit of a weird one, but I just thought maybe not permanent. And finally, we found that defender after quite a lot of searching. We had to even go outside of our England scope. Welcome to the club for just under 2 million, Ruben Pulido. And due to our measly budget, I think them 2 signings and goalkeeper and 1 defender will be enough. So, skipping deadline day with yet again another underwhelming window. And rating-wise, halfway through, it looks like we've had a good time. They're growing greatly. It's just all about our league form, which has us sitting in 7th, just 1, well, goal difference outside of the playoffs, not even a point, very close. I would love to be there. I kind of hope that Swansea get automatics because I think they'd be impossible to beat in the playoffs, which we aim for. Still under 1 million left in the budget. So again, I'm going to trust Tommy Conway, Moxton and co. to pull us through. Oh, and that is just what we wanted. I mean, Swansea have kind of subverted expectations on them because we finished above them. Wins have done it for us because we lost 14 games. Hefty amount. We lost more games than 8th place Wickham. Congratulations to Peterborough walking the league as Man City win the FA Cup once more over Wolves like last time, and Arsenal win the Carabao. Again, Papa John's just sometimes just subverts us. Look at that. Blackpool. I wanted to be close to that. As you can see, we've got a huge player in this team now. Tommy Conway, 75 overall. He has had a decent season in front of goal. And a team we managed last time out in our career mode, Bolton Wanderers, in the semi-finals, of course. Playoff fever. I fancy our chances, of course, with Conway up top, as it is only a draw. I hate that we always draw the first game, but hey, we've got to go again in the second. We've got a 63 rated at the back. But Omari, Patrick and Tommy Conway take us to Wembley. And of course Swansea, but Carlisle did beat Stockport last year at Wembley, so I do feel confident as we do it on penalties. They've got a decent team as well. Whelan scoring the winner after a lot of kicks. Conway, Cooper, Obafemi, but Conway's brace sends Carlisle to the championship. And 2 questions surround this new season in, of course, the 2nd division of the EFL. What is our budget? And do we keep Tommy Conway? They just want mid-table, so they do expect us to be somewhat safe with 8 million to spend. Not bad. Like I said, though, does the new Scotland International leave or stay? This is it. The offers are flying in now for him. And there's actually a player swap, a very good player. But I think my minimum sell would be 15 million. That's what I'm setting on him. As of course, we've still got 8 million in the meantime to get ready for this championship season. First one is the Reading defender, Amadou Mbengwe. Am I wrong, or does this guy get compared to a burger or something? I might be very wrong or fooled by football Twitter. Instant improvement at the back, as we could do with another defender, and then we've got to get some midfielders in and strikers if Conway goes. And there is the loss of Tommy Conway. We've got bang on 15 million after Cadiz paid 19. So now with plenty of money under our belt, welcome one of the best youngsters I've seen in this game, Archie Gray from Leeds. Rating ain't great now, but he's 18-year-old and surely one of the greats. And Leeds is getting scarily close because that's our first game of the season as we sign a town player who has left Grimsby in real life, Josh Emmanuel, once more in these saves, as we do have a striker right here. The new number 9 after Tommy Conway is Jamal Lowe, despite him being a bit old. He's come over from playing his football in Turkey. So Leeds, still with all their best players in the team against Jamal Lowe and Amari Patrick up front. What's it gonna be? Hey, we put up a fight, but it's Francis Coquelin with a hat-trick from CDM. So after a close-ish game, we still need players, of course, and we're getting another striker in. Welcome to the club, Shane Lavery of Blackpool. He does have some experience at that level, as so does Mark Harris. Not as much, but it's not as expensive. A spot of firepower added up front, and of course a couple on the bench, with now a big player coming in. A huge player who we just beat in them playoffs. It's so nice having money. Just under 5 million for Ben Cabango. A huge signing there, but don't think we're done because we've gone and got one more. All of these just come in the day before deadline day. Luke O'Connell of Barnsley will wrap up our business. They are some fantastic signings. Callum Guy, the captain, on the bench. Archie Gray still on the bench. This is our first team at Carlisle. Damn. A few improvements there, and we've still got 2 million left, so I'm going to save that till January and see if we can be up there, because I think we should be top half of the table. And like I said, I thought we should be up there. Skip straight to halfway through. We're level on points with West Brom in the playoffs. Mental. Far off anything else, we're only 3 points off Blackburn Rovers, who are in there as well. I mean, we're never touching top or second. Leeds and Leicester running away with it. Fair to say we'll survive this season. Get in, and again, it's not down to us defeats, it's about to us wins. We don't draw many games, we lose quite a few, but we win quite a few. And it didn't really go to plan at the end of the year. We put that 2 million into wages, and we finished 12th, which is mid-table, where we finished our first season in League One, is where we finish our second, or first, in the Championship. Hoping that our second can be like the second we had last time in League One, in the form of promotion, as Brentford win the FA Cup over rivals QPR. Sensational. As Manchester United win the Carabao. Top scorer for us this year is the injured Shane Lavery, 16 goals. We signed him up for an extra 2 years. Perfect, as Moxon's still here. Omari Patrick, and hopefully some more additions next year with a good budget. Wow, turnaround. They want us fighting for promotion, and they want academy players. They want a midfielder and another striker, as they've given us 9 million, so it is an improvement on next year. We just don't have another Tommy Conwell to sell. And this new season starts off with the striker, a potential striker, so he's not at it now, so going for promotion with this man may be tricky. But welcome to the club, Manu Murillo, and at least we've got him in before this first game against Norwich City. How's this gonna go for us? I'm really hoping that we do get a victory. A draw is okay, I guess. As we get our final player in here, it's another goalkeeper who's not really there with potential. The 2 players that we've signed who are decent, not there yet. Santi Oriana, our new number 1 for in the goal. 6'5" of him, just as tall as Thomas Holley. But of course, he's better than Harry Lewis. Are we going to get promoted this season? Not really with the squad we've got. And that is the definition of a grim season. 13th. Oh my days, we should be up there. We really should. With this team, you can see there's some happy faces. Like, how is Oriana unhappy? Probably with the amount of goals he's conceding off his own back. Archie Gray, come on, step it up as well, you. And 10th in the end, so we were very far off actually getting into those playoffs. That's a failure in going for promotion, especially with that team that's just improved leaps and bounds second half and had a player score 23 goals. Shane Lavery, I love you. Also love how we did in the FA Cup. We reached the quarter-final against Aston Villa before getting smashed. The round before that, we beat United 2-0 as the final was won by City. Did them a favour beating the rivals as Arsenal hammered Leeds in the Carabao. And of course, no playoffs or anything. Next season though, has to be promotion. So this year we've got this team to get promoted. Left back, another centre-back, done. We've got 9 million to do it. If we don't get sacked, that is. And I'm guessing automatic promotion, that's what they should expect, but only another fight. And we've replaced Egbwene straight away with a centre-back. I don't know if this leaves us with money for a left wing-back because of this man's wages. But welcome to the club, Dishon Bernard from Leicester. And we do have Egbwene's former club, isn't it? Reading, I think. That's the start of our season, of course. Look at the strikers. Look at his whole team. We should be hammering the Royals. And it's a 2-1 win. A win is a win. And finally, we've got a left wing back in. He's only on a cheap, though. It's Julian Alonso for 3 million, because that's all the money we had. And the months have been mixed. Mixed to say the best. And we've got the thumbs down, but we are 3rd in the division. Best of the automatic rest. 52 points. 55 is what Crystal Palace are on. West Brom just sit outside. We don't want to fall to where they are as the squad. You can see I've moved the fullbacks back to actually make them fullbacks instead of wingbacks. New signing Bernard and Alonso and Emmanuel are the weakest players in the team. Our strike force is okay. Midfield, goalkeeper, and 2 other centre-backs. We've got no money to spend, so we've got to rely on this team getting us promotion. And at the end, we do get the playoffs, but it's Sheffield United. Difficult game as there's Blackburn and Watford in the other side. Don't give us Watford if we get to the final, which we should do with this team. We've got 280 rated. They deserve to be in the Prem. 24 goals for Owen Moxton and 11 assists. 21 for Murillo. He's outscored the striker. So let's see what goes on here. We've got 2 brilliant strikers, a brilliant rock at the back, and a brilliant 3-1 win. So now on to Bramall Lane. However, they can definitely get back at us. Please, they've got a good team, but it's not good enough. Rodrigo gets outsmarted by Archie Gray. Ex-teammates, but Watford. Hello, old friends. If you don't get the reference, we always get Watford in career mode rebuild finals. As we do beat them, though, Moxton continues the form with Shane Lavery, Daryl DK, not enough, my friend, Carlisle United, a Premier League. So, Premier League, Brunton Park, Premier League, Carlisle United, as they expect to avoid relegation, alongside 39 million, which isn't much. But to be fair, we've already got a decent side, a centre-back, full-backs, and then a bench to focus upon. So signings are going to be so crucial this season to staying in the Prem. We've got that first defender in, though, Miguel Rubio. Hopefully he works for us. And just before we approach the first game, we've got a new left back in, so everyone is over that blessed 75 mark. Ricardo Mangas. Now we go big with the 18 million we've got left. And the first game, West Ham, who we've played in the cup before. Fair to say we didn't get on well with them last time, so can we do it? Morillo, Cabango, a 1-1 draw. Miguel Rubio, our new centre-back, Suchik, and a good point on the road. And I think for the first time in this entire thing, we're going to save most of us budget for our first season halfway through. Now, that is a risk, not strengthening from the start. But I believe in this team. I believe it to be safe halfway through. Then we'll probably need a striker for the bench, another midfielder, and another couple of players for the team. But for now, 22 million is being back-pocketed. Like always, it's just very tight at the end of the table for the first season. I mean, Brentford look like they're kind of gone. We're only 1 point off Everton, and Southampton could catch us. I'm impressed. I'm impressed with how this squad's actually done, even though we've got an injured Oriana in goal, and we've got a very unhappy Harry Lewis. That doesn't add for a good pairing. So to cover our loss in goalkeeper, we're bringing in a relatively cheap one, which will probably have for half a year. 35 million for Edouard Mendy. Very buzzing with this one. And with the remainder of us money. Not a huge player, but Rodrigo Conceição. Under 10 million for a new right back. I panicked. I didn't really know what to do, but at least he's stronger than Josh Emmanuel, and this team should survive in the Premier League, surely. And Edouard Mendy. You are a fantastic man. 9 points clear of Crystal Palace in the relegation. Carlisle survive. And easily. We've got to rebuild next season, though, as Liverpool win the FA Cup. And Carabao, I'm guessing we're nowhere near. Nope. Chelsea, nowhere to be cited. Nowhere near any European football with this team. It's been happy, it's been sad. It definitely needs improving on the bench. In goal next season, because Mendy's not going to be up to scratch. Fullbacks, centre-backs, midfielder. We need a lot. 33 million. 33 million to build on in the Premier League. That's not enough. That's not enough. If they expect mid-table, which they do, surely it's just going to be avoiding relegation. And I've literally not made a signing yet, because it's so difficult. And Arsenal's going to be even worse to start off with. Don't want to play Arsenal. They only have Vitinha up front. We have a good striker. Absolutely hammered. Well, we've got another player for 16 million. Our new number 7, Lincoln, the Brazilian playmaker, hopefully keeper-upperer. And finally, another player. We sold Conceição, was it? Is that the name of our right back we just had? I can't even remember. But Rasmus Christiansen, despite being a bit old, will come to Carlisle. And I don't even know what else to do because we've got no money after signing just Andreas Christiansen. The squad's no better off. We're still not beating teams like Fulham. It's going to be a long season with that terrible budget. And now it is the next day. As we're halfway through this season, we've got Barnsley in the FA Cup and in the Premier League, 12th. Not bad once more. Again, too light last season, but when you get given the budgets we do, we can't progress. Almost impossible to do so anyway with 7 million. Unless Murillo somehow magically leaves, we're not doing any business. And of course we made no signings, but that's not a bad finish to the season. 12th place again. We should get a bigger budget next year, so that is all I'm thinking about, and that should help our team. Maybe we did better than expected in one, because we've won the FA Cup. We beat City, we beat United, we beat Newcastle United, Bradford City, and then, of course, teams before that were a bit easier. How have we beaten the Manchester clubs? And how have we got a bigger budget next season? Because this board usually don't give us out, but we should have a bigger one now. And I think that puts us in the Europa League, which, to be fair, I don't want with that team just yet. We're not ready for the Europa League. I would have rather had the conference. So I hope it's the conference. That's 21 goals for Manu Murillo. Will he be here next season, though? Same with Shane Lavery. Same with Lincoln. So it is actually the Europa League we go straight into. Alright, that's going to be difficult. They want a Europa League spot through the league, even worse. How much money they're giving us? 45. This is by far the worst objectives I think I've ever received in any career mode. And we've just signed one player, and guess what? All our budget is already gone. Starting to believe that Manu Murillo may have to leave for us to go forward as our new number one, Bazunu. I've just gone straight for the goalkeeper, an 85 rated from Aston Villa. Yeah. That's our big money man. And I said it might happen. It has now. Even the screen's blacked out. It can't believe that I've sold Manu Murillo for 143 million. So now we do have somewhat of a budget to spend. And the FA Community Shield. Here we go. We've got Manchester City. So this is a preparation for the Europa League. We beat them, of course, last season in the final. But they just squeeze it this time against 10 men. Not great. But we do have signings now. The first one comes from Burnley. We had him in last time save, Salis Abdul Samed. And then a striker in Caio Jorge for 30 million. Kind of cheap from Almeria. But finally, we've gone back to Burnley to just strengthen our defence further. Welcome to the club, Taylor Harwood Bellis. A little bit more of a Europa League pushing team. Still not there. Defence is better as we start with Villa. Aim is to be best of the rest. And without us captain Moxton, it may be difficult. A draw. Caio Jorge with a debut goal. But then again, he missed a penalty. Not a bad start to this season. And that will wrap up our business nicely. We've got about 25 million still left to spend. But we'll look at the Europa League group, which is Braga, Besiktas, and hey, St. Pat's. Always nice to see an Irish team in there. Can we get through? Or maybe fall into the Conference League for a bit of European knockout rounds? So yeah, 26 million to spend in this month, where we are 7th at the moment. We're above United by a point. Good form for Carlisle. 24 scored, 24 conceded. As we are in the preliminary round, we've got Porto. Oh, God. I think that's the worst outcome. I would have rather finished where Besiktas did and gone on a conference run. Porto will be such a hard game. We're going to see if we can make a signing and, of course, then go to the semi-finals if we reach them. And after selling Luca Connell, we're going to go ahead and get ourselves a left-back, just so we're comfortable at the back with the 80 ratings. Aaron Hickey from relegated Brentford. There we go. That looks good at the back for me. We're just training Abdul Samad to be a centre-back. Archie Gray looking a bit unhappy. Striker's getting better. I'm hopeful with this team. And will there be Europa League football? I don't know, because we've only finished 8th this time. It's better than the 12th, but it's still below Newcastle. Oh wait, never mind. Because we've won the FA Cup again over Norwich City. 2 times back-to-back FA Cup winners somehow. Beat West Ham, beat Chelsea, beat Fulham. We didn't have a hard run, but we've got it done. That is Europa League football. And West Ham win the Carabao. No top 6 teams doing it. We lost on penalties to Man United. Look at the ratings of his team as well. They're actually going up for once. For once, we've actually been happy with our Carlisle team, and that's gone full circle. And how the tables have turned, or the turntables, because now they want the semi-final of the Europa League. Mid-table, lowering them expectations. I don't mind that, as I don't mind this budget slowly creeping up. 58 million this time. Still not too much, but I think we could get maybe another striker. And our signing this season, Enzo Lefebvre, we've gone for a midfielder, 36.1 million. Will he be the actual changing man for us, although he's not a striker? And just before our repeat with City in the Community Shield, we have lost Owen Moxton. He's gone to Bournemouth. He was 33 years old. Good luck to the servant of Carlisle. So let's see how Lefebvre does in this team. Maybe another signing now. Moxton's gone. We lost on penalties to City. And we're also getting rid of Rasmus Christiansen for a new right back. But they won't be in before West Ham United, so it's going to be Josh Emmanuel probably stepping in. He hasn't played in quite a while. Still hoping he's fit enough, but we lose to the Irons. As we've signed the man from the team we just sold Christiansen to, Nahuel Molina joins Carlisle. We've really got to step up as Champions League exports because we're running out of seasons because this team's getting older. But we've still got a Europa League semi-final to reach with Will still in our group, Stade Reims, Trabzonspor and Sion. And I didn't expect that kind of top 4. This has to be the most amazing league I've ever seen. Us, West Ham, Newcastle, Wolves, Spurs City, Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, Man United, all outside of the top 4. One of the craziest things I've ever seen, as we topped our group as well right there. 16 points, 0 defeats. I'd love to win this title, you know, as it must be Lavery and Kaya Jorge scoring a lot of goals. Lincoln now 85 rated. Just a shame on the name. Can't wait to sign a player one day called Grimsby. 15 million we will save for next season, hopefully with a Champions League budget, and hopefully we reach a semi-final this year. And I don't know how the league's doing, but we have reached a semi-final. I think the league's still doing good. Or okay. Espanyol. I mean, we've got such an OP team. We should be doing well. 2-0. And now we have to go away from home. But we do hold this advantage against a decent team on paper. But 4-0. We're into the final. It's Juventus we face in Germany at the Volksparkstadion. Please, can we get into the Champions League? No. We've lost in the Europa League final, so there is no trophy for us there. Very disappointing way to end it. We should have won it. The reason I'm not devastated is because Carlisle United have won the Premier League. Yes, Man City broke that deadlock. Newcastle United fell out, so there was one of the top 6, Sky Sports top 6, in the top 4. But us, West Ham, Wolves and City, we've done it. We've won the Premier League. Still, the board aren't satisfied with us. Don't believe it, as we lost on penalties in the FA Cup. That could have been a triple. And Man United win the Carabao. 54 overall manager popularity rating. EA, get rid of these objectives. Reach the final as well, as a critical objective. This Carlisle board are crazy, as they only want Europa League in the league. I don't know which position to actually strengthen. I'd probably go for another midfielder and a striker. Please say yes. Finally, a decent budget for where we're at. And, yeah, in this season, it's a little bit difficult because I've gone to make signings and I just get sacked as soon as I make one. This board is the worst I've ever had. EA are just shocking at making a game. I can't spend any money because it goes over the financial barrier. So, we're going to be skinned, literally. The board will not let us spend money, but will shove it in our faces. Maybe halfway through we could sign someone, as this is how the team does look, so it's alright. It's not standout, however. And we start off with a community shield, because we did win the league last time out, but we lose that to Chelsea. And that was just before Crystal Palace now in the Premier League. So how are we going to get on with the Eagles, please? Yes, we do win that. Ben Cabango from the back. Yeah, board have gone critical on us again, even though we won the first game of the season. I hate this football club's board, as Milan, Basel and Benfica are our Champions League group, so it's not too difficult, and I'm just hoping we can spend money halfway through. And so far, it's 8th. It's a drop-off. No wonder if we haven't signed one player. You can see the top 4 again is very, very weird. Leeds and Aston Villa. As Champions League, we are through, and we have Bayern Munich. But some of the teams in here, apart from Barcelona and Bayern, they look alright. Wolves have made it through, and Rangers. Real Madrid actually got beat by Wolves in their group. And yes, we've been able to make a signing without getting sacked. So 70 million on Darwizl Nunez. He's a striker to go with Kyle Hoare. Now Lavery's on his way down. The big man up top. That's actually a very good team. We've got a 90 rated in goal, or 91 rated. Maybe money for one more player? So welcome from Newcastle. Not the hugest of travels, Ivan Fresneda. And Bayern Munich. The right back will be in the team, Fresneda. There he is in that lineup that looks very, very decent. And I have full faith in it. Come on. 3-0 against the German Giants. I just hope it goes just as well at Brunton Park. If we smash Bayern, that'd be beautiful. And we do. 5-0, Darwin Nunez. And as we're simming on, we discover we've gone from Bayern to Barca. At Camp Nou, come on, they've got Wozniak, who's always a decent striker region. I'm pretty sure it's the same every time, as he does get 2 goals. Brunton Park's just got to be a fortress again, like it was in the second leg against Bayern Munich. Come on, there we go. Lincoln and Hickey. Sorry, Almada, but Barca are out. So here we go. Juventus is the next team we're playing. The German Giants, the Spanish Giants, and now the Italian ones at the Allianz first. They did beat us in the final last year of the Europa League, but Darwin sprinkles some revenge so far. It shows you how much one player can make a difference. And of course, we won't forget about Fred Nestor at the back, so please get us to this final. Another 5 goals scored in 2 legs. Come on. It has been difficult here with Carlisle as we faced Leverkusen in the final. 4-3 overall. Feyenoord made it in the league. If we fail to win this final, we will be in the Champions League again because we pipped City to 4. Looks like the league was kind of restoring itself there as we lost in the final of the FA Cup again. We're constantly in it. We can't say no to that. And the importance of one player. We've brought Darwin Núñez here to Carlisle and he scored 36 goals and got 10 assists. Actually, Gray's now playing well. Lavery on the way down, but still got 25 as he might play in this finale. Do Carlisle lift the Champions League? At least it's not PSG in this final, but we are playing at the Parc des Princes. We're in PSG's kind of colours. I mean, from the back, the kit looks identical to Paris's. Kimmich is their captain now. He's made the change over from Bayern Munich. I expect Darwin Núñez to carry us a little bit. I mean, he's straight in there with the interception and the ball into the middle. And it's a goal 2 minutes into this finale. Our number 10, Caio Jorge. How's that just happened? I mean, I'm not really ready. I'm not really awake for it, but it's a ball in from Darwin Núñez. Overhead kick. And that is some way to start a final off. Superb work. Archie Gray, though, going through the middle. He's quite a tall player for a youngster at the start of the game. Still, we need to try and stop them. I mean, the game's only really started, but we've got the 1-goal advantage. Their managers must be screaming that it is 0-0, and it is 1-1 anyway. 10 minutes in, and there's already 2 goals. Romain Cherki fires Bayern Leverkusen level. I can't take the pressure of this game. Just take kickoff. We've got a game on our hands. A goal apiece. Still, Archie Gray. Darwin Núñez making a move finally. Can hit that first time. Oh my days, it was almost in. Darwin Núñez again on this. I love it when he gets the ball. And again, please, into Caio Jorge. That's a good first touch. And it's off the post and in. It is 2 for this man. Goals galore in the first half. Caio Jorge on the brace already. 10 on the back. Could score 10 the way this game's going. And it's almost half time. It's been a good first half from us, to be fair, but they might get that goal again. It shouldn't be back and forth. He's gave a penalty. For what? Let's have a look. Harwood Bellis. He's gave a penalty for that. He's gave a spot kick for that. This referee just wants to make this game interesting. It's going to be Enrico Bruno. Justice served at the end of this first half. We've tried to head it away. We've still got to keep playing. But the referee's blown the whistle for half-time, I think. Maybe not. Maybe not. And we're in trouble. Archie Gray's got himself sent off. The youngster that we've had for a long time in this save. For a tackle on Frimpong. And it is a good free kick position to have. We've got, of course, Banzu in the goal. But this has been just so nervy at the end. They take the free kick on. And it's deflected straight into their path. What a hectic 5 minutes. And that will mark half-time straight after it. So we're down to 10 men. It is 2-2. This is a challenge for the men in blue. Tried to make that rhyme last minute as Lincoln. At least we've got all the strikers still on the field. If Caio Jorge or Darwizel was removed from this field, I would be a very worried man. We do have 5 at the back as well still, as this might be an attack for us. Darwin Núñez running forward. He'll just lay that ball off and try and get it over the top. That's a good ball from Lincoln. Darwin Núñez could not miss. He set up the goals today, but now he fires for himself. What a player he is. That is some goal. Just dinks straight over the top of one of the men at the back and blasted home. No chance for the keeper, and we have a chance of winning again. That's how we need to play it. Just keep trying to poach. Núñez through again, though, and he has blasted it home. We don't need to cross the ball into this man because he just scores bangers. The power beneath his shot. And now it is 4-2 Carlisle. Darwin Núñez put him through on goal and he will blast the net off. 5 minutes left of this game. Flick onto Lefebvre now and Aaron Hickey down the wing. We've still got the 2-goal cushion. It's looking more positive than ever right here against Bayer, as that's a ball onto Núñez though. And that is a P-roller with power and precision. Darwin Núñez with a hat-trick in the final. I'll give it its due. It's been a difficult couple of seasons, but it's wrapped up. 10 men actually worked for it. It allowed a little path for Núñez to run through at the right side of the field, or right centre mid slot. He dropped back. He scored a hat-trick. And we will lift the Champions League. It'll be Ben Cabango. He's been here a while. I forgot about him at the back. Yes, Ben Cabango is a fitting figure. It's just a shame Owen Moxton wasn't still here. But I'll take it being this man, as that is it. Wrapped in blue and white ribbons. The best of the best, apart from black and white. But that will do us very nicely. Thank you guys for watching this series. Or save. It's been a long one. And of course, comment down below which one you want to see next. Of course, we're cooking towards FC 24. And I'll see you all next time.